BJ Lakshmi is only 15 years old, but she's been married since she was 11. In a few months, she'll move in with the family of a husband she doesn't know. There, she'll cook, clean, tend the livestock, and most likely start having children of her own.
I regret being married young, but what can I do? I hope this doesn't happen to others.
In Nepal, half of all girls are married by the time they're 18, even though child marriage is against the law. Campaigns against the practice are starting to have an impact, but the change is coming too slowly and too late for many, including Shanti, who's 16. Like BJ Lakshmi, Shanti was married before puberty. She's lived with her husband Ramesh and his family since she was 14.
Every day, I cook the morning meal for my in-laws, feed the livestock, clean out the shed, watch the cattle in the field, cook the afternoon meal, and then clean all the pots. All by myself. Life is hard because my husband earns nothing.
Ramesh, 17, left school after 5th grade and has no job.
It's heartbreaking to tell my wife we have no money when she says she needs something. My advice to other young people is to stay in school and don't get married if you can't provide for your family.
Shanti gets lonely when Ramesh goes to India to do manual labor, leaving her with her in-laws.
I love my husband and I don't want him to go away, but we are poor. That's the reality. I'm married now, I have to bear my fate. But I've told my parents, please let my sisters stay in school.
Child marriage denies girls an education and often subjects them to discrimination, domestic violence and abuse. Many start bearing children before their bodies are ready, putting their babies and themselves at risk of deadly complications during childbirth. About half of the girls worldwide who are married as children live in South Asia. This harmful practice persists for various socio-cultural and economic reasons. But the common thread that runs across all ethnic groups and religions is the low status of women and girls. There are several initiatives that seek to inform communities about the harm caused by child marriage and the benefits of keeping girls in school. One campaign, called Choose Your Future, brings girls who are not in school together to learn about health issues, basic life skills and empowerment. UNFPA, the United Nations Population Fund, and others support the program. BJ Lakshmi can barely write her name. Her parents let her join Choose Your Future after the teacher came to their home to explain the program. The class has taught BJ Lakshmi about personal hygiene and human reproduction. She knows that starting childbirth before 18 is risky, but the choice is not hers.
I'd like to wait for 4 years before getting pregnant. I'll try to convince my in-laws that having a child too soon can harm the baby's health.
Choose Your Future teachers try to persuade parents to let their daughters return full-time to school, which was made free for girls through grade 10 in 2009. Many do so. BJ Lakshmi has already been promised to her husband's family, so she won't go back to school. But her sister's a high school student, and her mother says she won't be married before age 20.
Early marriage is our custom. We didn't know it was wrong, but now we know, since the teacher explained things to us.
Girls in Choose Your Future take its message of empowerment seriously. Some have started to take matters into their own hands. 15-year-old Usha was chosen by her peers to lead her Choose Your Future class. Then she learned her parents were planning her marriage.
I was thinking, I'm the class leader. If I can't prevent my own marriage, who will speak up for my classmates? So I confronted my mother with the help of my friends.
Usha's class had learned that child marriage is illegal. They told her parents they would inform the authorities if they went through with the marriage.
We wanted to get her married because we have 4 daughters and are very poor. The girls warned us that early marriage can lead to childbirth complications. They also threatened to inform on us, so my husband and I decided not to marry her for now.
After Usha took her stand, other girls in her group also resisted marriage plans. This created a dilemma for their parents, since the dowry a bride's family must pay increases as she gets older, this mother complained. Winning over the mothers is crucial, says Sita Gimir of Save the Children Nepal.
When we discuss the negative consequences of child marriage on with mothers, then in the beginning the mothers say that no, we have been doing that in our communities, and I have been through child marriage and I am still surviving, so why not my daughter? Then when we start digging out, then what happened to her, how many children did you deliver, what were the problem did you face, did you wanted to stay with your parents when you were married at the age of 9, then they realize, oh yes, then they say that okay, yeah, I will not do that to my daughter.
Community awareness campaigns to stop child marriage have included radio spots and street theatre by children's clubs. Now there's a push to step up prevention efforts, including advocacy work with men and boys. In Nepal, the National Planning Commission and government ministries are working with UN agencies and civil society organizations to develop a plan of action on adolescent development that will address child marriage. Regionally, the South Asia Initiative to End Violence Against Children, an apex body of the South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, is promoting legal and policy reform. Organizations working to highlight the issue internationally include UNFPA, UNICEF, UN Women, Plan International, Save the Children and Girls Not Brides, a global NGO partnership. Usha knows it pays to let girls stay in school instead of getting married. She answers clearly when asked what she'd like to become.
After I finish school, I could be a teacher or a doctor or at least a shopkeeper.
With strengthened commitments to end child marriage, one day soon, more girls like Usha may be able to stay in school and choose their own futures.